Alright everybody, what is going on? Welcome back once again to the channel. I'm Roger, and you are watching Speed Artist Reacts. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to do a short horror film reaction. Alright, this one here is called Treatment. Okay, it almost escaped my brain there. It's called Treatment by Gravelake Media. If you guys want to check this one out for yourselves, I got the link down below in the description area. You guys can just go down there and click on that link and check it out for yourselves. Or if you don't, you can just stick around and watch my reaction. I'll give you guys my thoughts right after. Now, judging by the title, I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of disease that needs to be treated. And maybe we're going to see maybe some hospital scenes or something like that. I'm just kind of throwing words out there, judging by the title of this. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to check this one out and curious to see what we're going to, what we're going to think about it. So, you guys, this one is by request. So I really just am grateful for all of you guys, giving me requests of different films, different types of videos to react to, and just generally for your comments. I mean, I really am grateful. So thank you guys for watching the videos. Thank you also for leaving your thoughts down below in the comment section. I never really thought people would actually do that, but here we are still repeating the same thing almost in every video. Leave your comments down below and all of that, right? So anyway, you guys, if you are enjoying the content, like I see some of you are, subscribe down below and also hit that bell notification. That's something I always forget to say as well, because I don't know if YouTube is notifying people of my uploads. So yeah, definitely hit that bell notification and, share this video with your friends. Tell them that we're doing reactions here as well as speed art every now and again. And also, don't forget to leave a comment, all right? If you really want something to share or just, share your thoughts with me, definitely glad to read them later on when I got the time. So anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's get scared. Treatment. Okay, never mind. It's not a disease. Probably a possession.
They can't hurt you, Mia.
Who was that?
Mom? Don't let them take me.
She's got the IV on top? What?
Hello, Mia. My name's Agatha.
Okay, so we definitely have some hospital related, right? She was in the hospital chair or something with the IV.
I'd like it to. I need to get out of here.
Or morphine, or whatever that was.
You almost died, Mia. You really need to sit until you regain your bearings.
Where's my dad?
He's just a phone call away if we need him.
I need to talk to him.
And tell him what? That you're sorry? That you won't do it again? 4 months ago, he buried his wife, and now he's forced to watch his daughter kill herself.
Fuck you!
Jesus.
Take those.
What are those?
Tylenol.
Suboxone.
Just kidding.
They'll help with the...
Suboxone?
You'll feel better shortly.
It's a trap.
You a therapist or something?
Or something.
Where am I?
This is my home.
Do I have to stay here?
No, But if you leave, I'll call your father and you'll go straight to rehab. 30 days wasn't enough for you, so the next stint is 6 months. 6 months of bad food. 6 months of sitting in circles listening to vagrants clamor on about how they threw their lives away. You don't belong there. You're too good for that. You're young and pretty and smart.
She seems ungrateful. I don't know why. She doesn't seem too good for that.
And aspirations. You won't end up like them, right?
I never said those things.
But you thought them.
How long do I have to stay here?
I only need 48 hours of your time. The success rate of a 12-step program is less than 10%. My success rate is 100%. You just have to do exactly as I say. No questions.
Lady, if you can keep me out of rehab, I'll learn to juggle hot coals while riding a unicycle. I don't give a fuck.
Good. First, stop swearing.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Fine.
Just send her to
Second,
rehab.
I need complete
She can do what she
honesty.
wants up there.
Do you believe in God?
Nope.
Not really.
Yeah. Don't seem like it.
And that's why the program never works for people like you. If you lack faith, they'll tell you to manifest some higher power like the group or nature. But God
Spirituality.
is the higher power. Problem is, he doesn't reveal himself to us, so we doubt his existence. Do you know what the law of polarity is?
No.
There is no up without a down, no positive without a negative, no good without evil. They can't exist without each other. They're intertwined and everything else is just some degree in between. God doesn't show his face here, but the devil does. And I'm going to show him to you.
Beauty
Then
does not
you'll
ask for
understand.
attention.
If the devil is real, then God must exist on the other side. From that point on, your faith will save you.
Whatever you say, lady.
She's drowsy now.
Get some rest.
Yeah.
You have a long day tomorrow.
Sorry, guys. By the way, really quick, I just wanted to say I find it fascinating how, like when we're driving on the road, all we're separated by is a line on the ground, which is, I mean, it's just it never, you know, what's it called? I can't even think of the way to say it right now, but it always surprises me, you know, like the way that we're driving on opposite lanes and there's just a yellow line dividing us, which we could easily just go past it. And then we crash, you know? I mean, that's crazy. And then parking lots too, we know how much space to create in between the cars so we can all fit just by a line dividing us on the ground. It's not even a wall, it's a line. It's, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Anybody else think about that?
What is this place?
She's
Come on, I'll show you.
got the Mary Jane hair, the original MJ from the comics, the Spider-Man comics.
It's an old water treatment plant that was shut down in the 60s. They were drilling an underground pipeline when they hit a fissure and the ground cracked open. Something came out of it, but no one knows what. Every man that was working here that night caught some sort of amnesia. Some lost days' worth of memories, others lost several years. Not a single one of them ever returned to work in this building. They couldn't remember what they saw, but they knew they never wanted to see it again.
Wow. I'd be like, so why are we here?
So this is the devil's house, huh? Looks like a shithole.
Language.
Sorry.
We're all sinners, Mia. Even those of us with faith. As long as we seek forgiveness for those sins, we can be saved.
I find it demented that God demands we seek forgiveness for the flaws he gave us.
You really should read the Bible, young lady.
Good point, though.
This is my sin.
Helping me?
The reason I help you is I don't do it because I care about you. I do it to see your entire belief system crushed with the subtlety of a sledgehammer. To see that smug look wiped from your face when you realize everything you've idolized in this world is suddenly insignificant. I take great pleasure in that, and I shouldn't. This way.
She should have added to the what she said about like the God demands our repent or whatever. She like instead of saying you should just read the Bible, she should have added on to that. That would have been an interesting conversation.
You'll need to record it. You won't remember what happens in there.
Wow. It's usually when people become like they're in the teenage phase. That's when they have more of that look on their faces. They're like prideful. They're like how the lady said, they got the smug look on the face, right? I mean, I would never say it like that, but just like the lady said, it really does seem that way.
You will see things.
Just more
before he
depressed,
comes.
more angry at the world.
Those who died of fright when the ground opened,
Prideful.
their souls are trapped in there. They're not meant for hell, but the gravity of the portal stops their ascension. Let them see you. Their cries will alert him of your presence. Right before he comes, they will scatter like roaches. I suggest you don't run when he appears. He brings salvation within.
Do I get any more Suboxone?
Not tonight. Not for this.
Is this thing recording? Let me flip the screen here. Oh, yeah, little red dot. Okay. I think it's recording. Okay, so it's like 8 p.m. and it's pitch black in here and I'm freezing my ass off. I guess I just wait to get woke by Satan now. In the meantime, let me give you a little tour.
She's so calm while she's in there, man. I'd be freaking
Just a
out.
bunch of garbage and puddles.
I'd be like shaking from how scared I am in there.
Up here.
Like constantly jumpy, nervous. She seems so
It's like
bored.
the big wheel I've seen in here. It's creepy to think kids would play in here.
Wow. I remember those bikes, man. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. I haven't seen any more of those.
Alright, I'll admit,
Those things were awesome.
this room's actually pretty creepy. Looks like an old church in here. So that pretty much completes our tour. Not much to see in here. Sure, there's some funhouse gags about to start. check back when they do. Okay, so it's just past midnight, and I started hearing some noises upstairs. You hear that?
Oh no, no. Don't go up there. Jesus.
I wasn't here before.
Oh my god. What? Okay, that's terrifying. I did not expect to see that. That's a hanging head. Oh my god. Oh. They're just wandering around in there. A hanging head too? That is.
Did you go?
Oh, it saw you. It's hiding now. It saw you. God, look at the head. Oh my god. Oh! Ooh! Is that a spider? Like a spider image on the wall? Jesus. I thought it wasn't even chasing her.
Hello?
Oh! Oh my god!
Hello?
There's a person over there.
Please. Please help me. I know you're there. I can hear you breathing. I just need you to do one thing for me.
Is he like peeking? Oh my god! Woo! Holy Christ, that was so scary. Oh my god. This is like some, like, I can't. It reminds me of a movie I've seen. My gosh, what is it called? You know, they're all trapped in like a big house, and then there's like they trap them in there so that the infection doesn't spread. There's a girl that's the main character in there. What is it called? It's very much like this because it's all like documented, you know, just like this, and you got these type of zombified people walking around and. Quarantine. Definitely like Quarantine. And then VH. Oh my. Oh, that's her. VHS, almost like VHS. If you guys haven't seen the VHS movies, recommend them. They're very, very disturbing to watch. Very well done. Holy jeez. Don't forget your camera. She left everything behind. Jeez Louise. She did not pick up the camera. Oh my god. Oh my. That was a huge hand.
Have a seat.
Some kind of house party? What's going on? Yep. They say he's gonna offer her some
I'm
drugs.
gonna tell you the same thing that was told to me before I started using. It's kind of like the Hippocratic Oath of users, you know. You really shouldn't try this.
What is this?
It's H, baby. And this is your last chance to say no, and you should because it's that fucking good.
This isn't real. What am I doing here?
I mean, you said your mom was sick. You wanted to forget the world for a while. This is how you do it.
I'm supposed to say no?
I mean, if you say no, then you'll never know how good it is.
What does it cost?
What do you mean? It's on me.
No, to forget about this. What does it cost?
Okay, but I don't know what you're tripping on about, but like if you don't want to do it, then don't do it.
Tell me what he takes.
Your soul.
Everything. From this moment until you wake up.
This was like a year ago. That's a whole year of my life.
That's what it costs.
Last few months with my mom.
Yeah. He wants that pain, and he can take it all away from you.
It wasn't all pain.
Okay, look. Your Suboxone is worn off by now. You're starting to crash. Your heart rate's elevated, and he knows your deepest fears. If you die of fright in there, your soul never leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So, be a good girl. Do what your mommy always told you. Just say no.
Oh my god.
You shouldn't have done that.
What? Jeez. Oh, I like her necklace. I have one of those.
Be careful.
Like a quartz stone necklace. Jesus.
Mia? Mia?
That's the camera, huh?
Mia, you can come out now.
Is that like if
It's over.
if the door closes, you can't get out anymore? That's why she put a brick there?
Mia?
Oh my god!
Mia, what are you doing? Mia! Just open the door and we can talk about this. The code is 52374.
How many people have you brought here? How many didn't make it out?
You remember? You didn't take the deal. Oh, honey, just let me out and I can help you. You're going to use again.
Maybe. Maybe not. But that's life. There are no fucking redos.
Mia, if you leave me in here, I'll die. Mia? Mia?
Holy Christ. Now she's stuck in there? Oh my god. All right, everybody, there we have it. That was Treatment. Okay, so I definitely enjoyed this film, 100%. I think this was one of the best horror films I've seen so far in between all these other horror films that I've seen, like among all these other horror films I've seen. I think this is one of the best ones as well. So let's talk about it really quick here. So we get this character named Mia, which gets introduced to us by her being like in a bed. She wakes up on a bed and in the middle of the night, and she's like, looks like it's a religious house. She's laying down right below a crucifix. And when she wakes up, she looks like in front of her, and there's this silhouette of a woman sitting in front of her there on a chair, with like some morphine or something, like a bag of morphine, with like what they carry at the hospitals there. And she's just kind of like warning her about something, saying that they can't hurt you. Mia eventually recognizes that this person is her mother, but before she can acknowledge her a little more and continue to maybe like interact with this woman, she gets interrupted by like the lights turning on and then another woman appearing there, which it turns out I guess she was asleep, and like dreaming this type of thing. Her mom wasn't really there. And we can tell because she looked unreal, like sitting in this chair in the dark and just warning her about something, and so yeah, eventually when these lights turn on, we meet this woman named Agatha, which starts to speak with Mia about her reason being in this bed. And well, like in short, we know that Mia is, has an addiction to alcohol, and she's been in rehab before. And I guess this Agatha woman is there to help her find a better way to overcome these addictions that she's going through, and maybe these tragic things that happened in her past. We know that based off of what Agatha says, that her father has buried her mom about 4 months ago or so, and now he's Mia's mom, right? 4 months ago, and now he's watching his own daughter kill herself slowly, right? I'm guessing that Mia was the cause of the accident, and that's why her mom passed away. because maybe she was driving under, or not the accident, but of her mom's death, right? Which probably happened through a car accident. And, now she's kind of, here trying to find treatment. And this is probably what Agatha is trying to explain to Mia here. So while Mia is trying to kind of resist against this woman, like kind of fighting her off and being just blunt with her and just saying, I need to get out of here. I need to call my dad. Eventually she takes these pills that are in like this nightstand, and I guess they eventually make her fall asleep. But before she falls asleep, we get Agatha kind of explaining what she wants to do with Mia, and where she simply just has to listen to what she says and do what she says. And I think about like 48 hours of her time. And within that time, she'll be free to go. And, she would rather have her doing that than go back to rehab and spending like 6 months of time there to recover. So I guess she's been to rehab before, just because she said, Agatha says, specifically that 30 days were not enough for Mia. So now she's been extended to 6 months there. So that's why Agatha is offering her, something better in order for, to help Mia. And so, Mia eventually falls asleep. And we get this next scene where they're driving to this abandoned house. It's all boarded up, it's old, and according to Agatha, this seems to be the devil's home, or like a gateway to hell. And she says that this is the only way that Mia can save herself, by simply just spending a night in there and meeting the devil, I guess, and facing her fears and just overcoming all of these things of her past and her faults. And so, we get this kind of like back and forth between Agatha and Mia a little bit here before she walks into the home. And Agatha says this thing that really surprised me here. So she says that she doesn't really care about Mia, overall. Like, she really just wants to have people like her, which are in addictions, or they just don't believe in God, they don't have faith, that are not like Agatha, they don't believe in God like that. She wants to see them go through these experiences to, change their perspective, to have them realize that all of these things that they idolize in life are meaningless, and that she takes pleasure in that. And so that was really just an off-putting thing to say, coming from a woman that's always talking about God and how, good and evil coexist with each other, that kind of stuff, and God's the only way. People turn to other things to heal from something or recovery, but that God's the only way. And I do believe that, but I just feel that with Agatha, it was, when she said that, she definitely threw me off there. But, I was still kind of going with the film to see what happened here. So, okay, if I were Mia, I would not want to go into this terrible place and spend the night. I'm much rather go to rehab and go through what I got to go through. And maybe in life, naturally try to recover from any addiction or a tragic past by, going into, what is it called? A life of God, a life of faith, and maybe surrounding myself by better people, doing some self-care, like exercise, watching good films, building good friendships, good relationships, etc. Just things that can help you make better decisions in your life. But no, instead, just, I guess, based off of Mia's desperation to, eventually overcome whatever happened with her mom, which I'm guessing she was like the cause of her mom's death, she's willing to go inside this home and experience the night, which I guess in the beginning she just considers it like a joke. And she's like, whatever, I'm just going to go in here and do what this lady says. I'd rather do this than go to rehab. And I remember she even says, like, if I go to rehab, or if you can keep me from going to rehab, I can go to the circus and juggle or something like that, she says. So I guess she's willing to do this. And so, we finally get introduced to the inside of this home. We are kind of going through this home, this abandoned house with Mia. And she's documenting all of this. Of course, Agatha told her to hold a camera around this home so she can record and all of that, because eventually she won't remember what happened. So Mia's recording all these locations inside of the home, and it's just horrible. The environment is dark. It's just, you can hear drops of water leaking in there. It just sounds like horrible, all damp, and it seems cold in there. There's just no place of comfort in there. Everything's destroyed, and it looks like in any moment some ghost can just jump out and scare you, or you can hear a terrible sound in there. So as Mia is just going through this home and just going through the motions here, saying whatever, I'm just going through this, I guess I'll keep you guys posted, you know, almost like if she's live streaming or something. And she's going through this house. Eventually it gets dark. It starts to become 12 at midnight. And this is when she hears the screaming sound up on the top floor. So, well, Mia goes into the top area to find out where the sound is coming from. And eventually she approaches this door and opens the door. And inside this room, there's it looks like a shower room or something. I'm not even sure what it is. It looks very, very scary in there. There's like a zombified looking head just hanging from a chain. There's a person just wandering in there, like kind of slouching and zombified. And well, Mia definitely freaks out, understandably. She decides to close the door, but instead of going away, she opens it again. And I guess her curiosity, you know, got to her. But we don't see this thing walking around anymore the second time she opens the door. And then she's looking around the room. Eventually, we know that this thing already saw her there and it's hiding, I guess. But as soon as Mia sees it, it appears on the opposite side of the room. It starts to run towards her. And then Mia, of course, runs away, goes through the stairs down to the first room again. And it looks like she's lost. She's just kind of going through this maze of like different corridors in the house. And she ends up in this barricaded room. It closes the door behind her and she's just hiding in there. And inside this barricaded room, there's like a little tunnel there, like a pipeline hole or something there located in that. And my battery's running low there. Let me just connect this while I'm explaining to you guys. So she's in this room, and when she sees this pipeline, just kind of, you know, there in this barricaded wall, there's a person there talking to her, okay? And well, it definitely appears to be a man. It just sounds like a man. And so as she begins to kind of acknowledge this person trying to talk to her, she looks, you know, quickly at the door to get out, but then she looks back behind her. And well, it turns out this was not a man, a human. It was a zombified person as well. It begins to kind of crawl through this hole, and then Mia just runs away. And eventually she freaks out so bad that she drops the camera behind her and the flashlight, and she just runs, you know, like blindly through this home. And we just hear her screaming going off and, you know, further and further into the distance. And so all of a sudden we get something picking up the camera and then begin to proceed following around this area wherever Maya ended up going, you know. So eventually it finds her and it just like reaches out to her, and we see this huge devil-like hand reach out to her and touch her head. And so now all of a sudden Mia wakes up in this like dream sequence or something where she's just surrounded by lights from this projector that this man is controlling on a computer screen. And she's just looking around this room full of lights. There's this man on the couch that looks like he's overdosed on something. He's taking some kind of substance. And all of a sudden this person pulls her hand, like takes her hand and takes her into this room. And when they go into this room, they sit down in this table with two chairs, you know, surrounded by like just a ceiling light, hanging light there. And they start to talk back and forth. This man that pulled her into this room starts to offer her what looks like cocaine, right? And it tells her to take this drug. I forgot the name of the drug, but it says, you know, this stuff, I recommend you not to take it because it's very powerful. If you do though, it'll help you forget about the past, you know? And so Maya is basically just trying to fight her decision-making process here, whether she should take this or not. So, well, ultimately she ends up taking this drug. She sniffs the cocaine or whatever it is. And, you know, we get this man saying to her, you shouldn't have done that. He like pushes the light up above and it begins to kind of, you know, shake back and forth. And then, well, his face eventually becomes a devil face and he just kind of lashes at her and screams at her, and then the scene blacks out. And she wakes up back into this. She's like, all of a sudden ends up in the abandoned home once again. And she's on the floor. And well, as she gets up and kind of like stabilizes herself, she realizes that there's these people, like the zombified people walking around her. And it looks like they're kind of approaching her and surrounding different areas of like the corridors. Like she can't go anywhere. And so she just throws herself back onto the ground and begins to say, they can't hurt me, repeatedly. And eventually she yells out to her mom. And well, the scene closes out right there as soon as she yells out to her mom. And then finally we get the next morning scene, which, you know, this is Agatha coming back, checking in on Maya, I guess. And well, Agatha gets to the building and opens the door with a code. And she puts like a brick on the door so it doesn't close behind her. So I'm like assuming that as soon as this door closes, you can't get out anymore. And when she goes in, she calls Maya and she's like, hey, you know, you can come out now. she sees the camera up on the stairs, like abandoned, I guess. And we know that the devil left it there because we know that Maya didn't leave the camera there, right? She passed out, or no, she didn't pass out. She dropped the camera in another room. It wasn't right on the, like by the doorway, by the way out. So we know that the devil left the camera there on purpose. So I'm thinking like this was a trap, you know. And as Agatha's calling Maya, we just see Maya run behind her, or like come out of nowhere behind her, or downstairs on the first floor. And then she runs out the door and closes the door behind her, locking Agatha inside. And so now Agatha begins to freak out. She's now like in so much fear, begging Maya to please open the door for her and even telling her the code. And so then Maya begins to question her now that Agatha is actually very vulnerable. Now she's on the other side of the building. And she says, how many people have you trapped in here? How many of them actually made it out? Now I'm guessing that Maya is kind of reflecting back to when she went into this room where all these people were. I'm guessing that these were souls that were trapped in this home, you know, based off of their fear. That's how they ended up dying. And the devil, you know, found them. Their soul was trapped in there forever, etc. And all of this happened to them. And so I guess she met some of these people in there. So now she's kind of interrogating Agatha about it and saying, who are these people, or did they make it out? But I don't think Agatha even answers these questions. She just says, oh, you took the offer. Great. I can help you. I can continue to help you. I'm not sure what she was referring to there, but she's just like begging Maya to take her out of there to you know, open the door. And she just keeps saying, I can help you. But then Maya refuses and she says, there's no repeats, or there's no something like do-overs. I forget what she says in that part. But ultimately she ends up leaving Agatha trapped in that building. And well, we know that Agatha's fear eventually attracts the devil, and she ends up getting killed by the devil. And that is the end of the film. We get this really cool shot of like a bird's eye view, just kind of zooming out of the home there. And that is pretty much it. I thought that what Agatha was doing was definitely an evil act. Clearly, she obviously said this to Maya when she was talking to her right before she went into the home, saying how much she took pleasure in people's suffering that way in order to get to God, I guess. But it was just something that was plainly evil. I would not have ever gone in that house. It doesn't matter how much money you offered me. I would have not have gone in there. I would have never gone in there. So yeah, but you know, Agatha ended up trapped anyway in her own little game, I guess, that she had, her own little strategy of care. She ended up in that strategy herself and ended up getting killed. So I don't know. I thought this was kind of a comeback in a way, and something where I was mostly cheering for Mia now. So it didn't really take me by surprise or by shock when Agatha ended up in there, and I definitely didn't even feel bad for her when she died. So yeah, I was like, good thing Maya got away though. You know, she definitely got tortured in there, that poor woman, and she could have clearly just gone to rehab and then just try to find a way to you know, overcome her addiction and find peace with herself. And even through God and through all of these other things. So, I mean, I think that would have been a better way to go. But I'm glad that she still made it out at the end of the film. You guys, what did you think about this one? Let me know down below in the comment section. Okay, don't forget to leave a like in this video if you really enjoyed it. And don't forget to recommend other videos. If you have some recommendations you would want to tell me about, drop it down below in the comment section, you guys. And also, thank you so much for recommending this video for me, or to me. Really enjoyed it very, very much. I cannot wait to see more for this channel. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to them as well. So thank you so much for watching this with me, everybody. I hope you take care of yourselves. Don't go into no old abandoned houses. Don't do that, you guys. Life's too short. Enjoy it. Enjoy it in a healthy way. All right, my friends. Take care of yourselves. Peace.